There's a question floating around the Christian community right now on the validity of short-term mission trips. Just look what happens when you search the phrase short-term missions trip. The adjective bad is found just a short way down the list. And then look at these headlines. One of the major criticisms is that it is a colossal waste of money. Instead of sending an American over, it would be a much better use of money to just send it directly to the aid organizations themselves. So I went on a Go Team trip to Nicaragua. Almost right away, I began to find evidence that flew right in the face of that question. One interesting point that a team member brought up was the fact that the money she raised through friends and family was given with the express purpose of sending her down.
Just if they didn't have a reason to give money for this, they would just keep it. They wouldn't budget it into their, budget, or it would just stay there.
It would just stay there. Interesting. That money would just stay in the States and it would never go to Nicaragua anyway. Okay, but what difference can I possibly make in evangelizing to someone from a different country?
If I drive my truck and I get to these communities, they just say, it's a Nicaraguan guy and nothing new, nothing exciting. But if I drive my truck with you and we both go into that community, they will run to you.
This is Guillermo. He's Chosen Children Ministries Director, which is Christ Community Church's partner ministry in Nicaragua. And they are doing amazing work there, caring for people through empowering programs and planting and pastoring churches in the poorest communities. This is Abner. He works for Chosen Children Ministries.
One of the things that makes you guys special, you are God's tools to go to the needed people and share the gospel. That is the most important thing, to get people for Christ.
What they're saying is true. While I was there, I met Castro, a former gang member and drug addict who came to Christ through a short-term missionary sharing the gospel with him.
This American team convinced me that God knows everything, my think, my heart, my ideas complete. Yeah, God can forgive and forget all your mistake.
Betty also came to Christ through a short-term missionary.
The team came and they had activities all over and they were praying and she just felt like she wanted to receive Christ, and she did.
This is Bill. He's an employee of Chosen Children Ministries and a pastor of a local community.
I've been doing this for a long time and sharing with them, and they had never said yes to Jesus. But God used this foreigner to give that message, and this person came to Christ.
You will not let me lie, okay? Because you have been there this week. You saw it.
To top it off, on this trip, someone else came to know Christ.
Somebody offered to pray with her to accept Christ, and she said yes, she wanted to do that right then. Just seeing that it was cool. It was cool to be used, and it was cool to see her choosing that, knowing, at least from my own personal experience, what life was like before and afterwards. I'm excited for her.
We are excited when the teams come. They are a blessing. And not only because of that, but you bring excitement, you bring resources that we would not be able to have if you did not bring them. You bring skills, and you bring your heart full of joy and of Jesus, willing and eager to share.
This trip totally opened my eyes to the reality that short-term missions trips, and specifically Go Team trips through our church, can be super impactful. It persuaded me of their value because I got to see and hear how they help fulfill the Great Commission. If you're like me and ever thought about going but were hesitant, then I want to encourage you. Go.